Okay, interesting. So, what would be like? I guess what would be like? I don't know what the right term is, but like, what would you consider successful marketing? Like, what do you look at with your analytics to determine like, okay, this is what's working?
I think what Taylor said is perfect. So basically, what I said leads right into what Taylor just said, which is where your audience is. And I think those analytics, I think Taylor can probably go into this deeper, but those analytics show you who's engaging with what and who it is you want to engage with, right? Because you may have something that does really well, but it may not be like the perfect content you want to create, or it could be something that just it hit the right trend at the right time, and who knows if that's something sustainable, but you see that. So the analytics, based in my opinion, based on what you think you're going to do the most often, what you want to do more, those are the analytics you should be looking at and following.
And here's something to think about is like, work backwards from what your goal is, right? So let's say my goal is to get a sandwich, right? Let me work back from that. Or sorry, my goal is to chomp on a sandwich. So working
I'm
backwards.
a big fan of your goals.
Thank you. I'm not sponsored by these people, but I love an Ike's Matt Cain sandwich, if you know Ike's sandwiches. It's salami, turkey, roast beef with a garlic aioli, onions, lettuce. Very good. On a Dutch crunch. Amazing.
This is too hot.
Yeah, I know.
Which sandwich is this?
It's called the Matt Cain.
That's a baller name, dude.
Yeah.
This is going to be in Hunter's notes now. The marketing tips, best sandwich recommendation.
It's my favorite sandwich. So let's say I want to chomp on that sandwich, right? I want to work backwards from there. So I have to get in my car to go and get the sandwich. In order to get gas in my car, I have to, make money at work to get gas in my car in order for me to get it. So it's working back from whatever the goal is. So let's say the goal is getting followers on Twitch, right? Let's work backwards. I have to get people into my stream to choose to follow. And in order to get them into my stream, I have to do X, Y, and Z, right? So I know that the performance of this is going to be based on the follows that I get. So I'm going to have discovery out there and say, my audience is X, Y, and Z, whatever niche you're serving. They come in, they engage, and that's when you can say, all right, now's the time to hit follow and get into that stream, right? And so now I can know if the work that I'm doing is getting me those follow metrics. And if it's not, then I can look at each step of the process and go, where are people dropping off, right? So if I get, 100 people into a stream and all 100 follow, that's 100% success. But if I get, 100 people on the stream and 20 follows, I get an 80% drop off. So what can I do to raise that number, right? Or if I have 1,000 people coming in through discovery, and then 100 people choosing to watch, and then 10, that 1,000 to 100, that's a big gap. So now I got to work on that part. So if you start with the end in mind and look at every single step you have to do to get to that end, you can see where in that journey or funnel the process is falling off, and then you can kind of manipulate and play to figure out how that works. And if all you're working on is getting people to watch you, then that's a short funnel, and you can totally make.
And likewise, if I feel like we've seen this, and we talk about this particular quality quite often, is people often working pretty much all of us at some point or another too in the opposite direction, and getting so caught up and stuck in the first couple of steps. And for instance, I think an easy sort of sophomore work example is looking at just focusing on trying to get follows. But if, for instance, you get, if you have 100% of the people who come in follow your stream, but never return, then the follows become irrelevant. That's something that is not performing in any way, shape, or form. It's not giving you what you need. What do you need? Got to start there and then work backward.